Welcome to Talk About Topeka Live, coming to you from the Topeka Performing Arts Center. And on this Featured Creatures segment, I have to resist, because I didn't resist the last time Justin was here. But Justin's with the Helping Hands Humane Society, and this message is brought to you by the Topeka Performing Arts Center. I'm your host, Chris Schultz. And Justin, I got to say, this is Sable?
Sable, correct.
Sable, tell us a little bit about Sable.
Sable is an 11-week-old Mastiff. She came in, there were 4 or 5 puppies like her, animal control brought in, and they went into foster care, and we've spayed and neutered all of them. She's the last one all by herself from the litter.
Now, sometimes I forget that this show is for other people, because last time you were on the show, you bought this adorable dog, Monroe, and I adopted Monroe, and I wish I could adopt Sable, but I can't do that. I know my limits, and it is so incredible. I have to talk about the experience of adopting, and Monroe is actually the second dog I've adopted from Helping Hands. The process, so smooth, because after we did the show, I went in the next day and went through the whole process, and it's so smooth. It really is, and I love how you're trying to match the right dogs with the right homes. You do the little questionnaire at the front, and you're really trying to make sure that these dogs do find their forever home. And you can tell that. The staff is so polite, and it was just a great experience altogether, because you know, when you're bringing home another member of your family, you know, they really do take it very seriously and very kind, and it's just a great process for them. And so congratulations to you and all of the staff there. I'll say that you get the Chris Schultz Award for great customer service, and that
well,
I just made that up right now. So, but no, it really is great. So your staff, give the staff at Helping Hands a wonderful round of applause.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us about you know, Mastiffs and at the shelter. You know, is there a need for, you know, what kind of dogs are moving through the shelter? What kind of need is there for people to be able to adopt specific kinds of dogs? I know Monroe is a pit bull German Shepherd mix, and I know people have a little bit of you know, whether or not they think pit bull is a dangerous breed. I personally believe that any dog is only as dangerous as its owner.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that's the case here. So let's talk a little bit about some of the breeds that you have a lot of that come through that maybe need a little more attention.
Yeah, well, you know, you can find pretty much any breed in a shelter. But we do get a lot of pit bulls and pit mixes, and they are the hardest for us to adopt out. Sometimes we can transfer them to other shelters and rescues. Obviously, puppies are easier to get adopted than an adult pit or pit mix. And that has to do with homeowners insurance. Sometimes won't cover you if you have certain breeds. There's breed-specific legislation all over the state, and it varies neighborhood by neighborhood in some of the larger cities. Kansas actually has the highest number of breed-restrictive laws in the country.
Wow.
I think there's something like around 50 cities that still have bans on specific breeds. Every year we help overturn those, and hopefully someday we can get to a point where people do realize that it really has nothing to do with the breed of dog, but how they're raised and the way people treat them.
And when you're getting into, like, Sable being a puppy here, I mean, how big is she going to get?
She's going to get pretty good size. She's going to be well over 120, 150 pounds.
That's a lot of food every day. That's and a lot of the other stuff too to pick up.
Well,
so yeah, definitely worth it though, because the amount of love these guys bring into your home, and you know, it's a puppy like Sable here could be really a great family dog, very protective to make sure that you know, you get a little extra security at the same time. I know I get hit up by a lot less panhandlers now that I got Monroe on the leash next to me, and I know that there's just that absolute love there. And she walks up to strangers on the street and just says, "Give me love, give me love."
She was very
not
sweet.
a violent bone in the body. It's just it's incredible. So, well, let's talk a little bit about some of the other things going on at the society.
Sure. This is a very busy time of year for us. We have a lot of events during the fall and winter time, gearing up for our annual holiday adopt-a-thon, which is around Christmas time. So We try to get as many animals into homes so they can wake up on Christmas morning in their forever home. We're still taking in over 6,000 animals a year. At any given time, we have around 500 animals in our care. Wow. So we're always looking for people to adopt and people to come in and volunteer and help us take care of those animals, or foster so we can take them into other homes and they can start to get adjusted before they go home. And of course, we're always looking for donations, wish list items, as well as monetary. And winding down on the year, it's a good time to start thinking about those year-end tax-deductible donations.
Absolutely. And I have to ask about the fosters. How often do the fosters end up adopting the dogs that they have?
Pretty often.
Yeah, I imagine.
We call it foster failure,
Yeah.
but it's a good type of failure. So.
Absolutely. So for them, it's a great way of being able to share the love and to give a dog, and really be able to find perhaps the perfect dog for them as well.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And what's the qualification process like for that if people want to be able to do that?
Yeah, you can sign up for the orientation on our website, and you come in and meet with our foster coordinator, and they go over everything, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want to foster. If you want puppies, or you want older animals, or if you want just cats or just dogs, or if you want to foster a certain breed or size of dog, you can do that as well. And then there's a licensing process. It's pretty simple. We cover all the vet care. You get the food from us, anything you'll need, supplies, crates, pretty much anything you'll need for that pet while you're fostering it. And then you get to introduce the pet to your friends and relatives and neighbors, and hopefully help them get adopted.
And that's how my other dog was adopted. So it's a great system. Get involved with the Helping Hands Humane Society. All those different ways to make a difference within the community. I certainly know they make a huge difference here in the community and helping us spread the love to little animals like Sable here. Hi, Sable. Oh, see, how can you resist? Kim, do you want a dog? No. She said no. She's stronger than me. The force is strong with that one over there. So anyway, Justin, thank you so much for bringing Sable by. Guys, get Sable. Take her out of the shelter and get her friends too. Go to hhhstopeka.org and find them on Facebook as well. There's a full catalog of the animals that are available at the shelter on the website. So it's a great way to just be able to see what they've got in stock and to find out, if you can provide a forever home to one of these beautiful animals. And we would certainly like to thank the Topeka Performing Arts Center for making this important announcement possible. TPAC brings locals together to make great events and lifetime experiences. That's at topecaperformingarts.org for a full schedule of everything going on over there. Justin, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
And we'll see you. Keep me updated on what happens with Sable here, because I know I can't bring her home, but maybe I'll call. I'll make some calls. I'll make some calls. So we'll do that.
All right.